Well, greetings from Bishop Fenwick. Welcome to this edition of Tuesdays with Tom. You're right, it's Wednesday, so I hope your inbox wasn't feeling lonely yesterday. In any event, I've been thinking about the pace of our days, the pace of our lives, the pace of our calendars and our schedules, and even the pace of our communications these days. There's a certain kind of immediacy to everything, and urgency to everything that we do. And it seems, at least in my view, that it leads to almost an unhealthy sense of, maybe intensification or escalation. And so my message this week, twofold: slow down and look up. Slow down and look up. Slow down. One of my favorite stories is from the book of Samuel, was the reading for this morning. And the story begins by the author saying that the time of Samuel was such that the revelation of the Lord was uncommon and vision was infrequent. The revelation of the Lord was uncommon and vision was infrequent. Sounds kind of like today as we look around for God's grace and all we see are COVID numbers. In any event, the story goes that a voice cries out to Samuel in the middle of the night. And the voice says, Samuel, Samuel. And Samuel answers, "Here I am." And he runs to Eli, who's the old man who's in this area of worship in the temple of the Lord. And Eli says, "I didn't call you. Go back to sleep." And I keep thinking about what happened if that story took place today. If I'm Eli, like the father, I'm probably thinking, "Why are you waking me up in the middle of the night?" And if I'm one of Samuel's friends, maybe I'm thinking, "Hey, how come no one called me?" Then it happens a second time. The voice calls out, and Samuel says, "Here I am." And he runs to Eli. "You called me." Now, the pace of communication today, what do I do as a father? "What the heck are you doing, kid? Go back to bed." And the pace of communication among social media, if there was that thing back in Samuel's day, "Wow, I'm putting this online. Check out this weirdo. He keeps waking up in the middle of the night. What a nut job." Happens a third time. "Samuel, Samuel." He runs to Eli. "You called me, here I am." Eli's lost it. Well, he doesn't lose it. I would be like, "I've had it, kid. Get out of my face. Go back to bed." If I'm one of Samuel's friends, I'm thinking, "Oh, this is all over Instagram or Snapchat or some group text because this kid is nuts." Eli, though, understands, finally, because he's slowing down enough to recognize what's happening. And so he says to Samuel, "Go to sleep, and if you are called, reply, 'Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.'" "Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening," because Eli recognizes that the voice that is calling Samuel is God's. Slow down. I need to slow down. Maybe you do too, to recognize that God's grace is in fact all around us. And then I need to look up. So I need to look up to see that grace present here each and every day. That's why I'm in the library. It's really quiet up here. Maybe Mrs. Vigneron can scan around. There's a whole group of students here. They're listening attentively, waiting to see if I'm going to mess it up and need like the 35th take of Tuesdays with Tom on a Wednesday. And as she comes back around, you're going to see these great bookcases. Another sign of the things that are happening here at Fenwick. We could point to the triumph of the DECA Club and all their first place finishes at Endicott College. We could talk about the theater program, alive and well. We could talk about our athletic teams, back in action in the middle of this January winter season. And we could talk about live school, real live school, in the midst of all this craziness, here every day. So what I want to try to do, and maybe you can join me, I find every time I'm using this, I'm going really fast, faster than my fingers can go, and I'm looking down. I'm going to try to slow down and look up. Maybe that'll help you. Blessings on your day and have a great week. Take care.